Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, September 15th, 2016. And today, our Tech News Update, we have an interesting story with the Xbox One. It seems that in 2013, a guy in the United States, I believe it's in Florida, ordered a laptop via the Microsoft website. And when it arrived, he was surprised to see that the box was kind of very weird and funky. And when he opened the package, to his surprise, there was an Xbox One. Now you might say, oh, they just did a mistake. The problem is that the Xbox One at the time was not announced. It was to be announced 2 months later. So he contacted a popular tech website to say, hey, I got a big scoop for you guys. I've got a working Xbox One that I've got by mistake. But the website in question said nothing about it and kept it quiet because they had a special deal with Microsoft that they would be the first to be able to announce the Xbox One. So they didn't want to break that deal by talking about it earlier. So finally, the guy called Microsoft. They took it back. Microsoft sent him his laptop, and in appreciation, also sent him an Xbox 360 with Kinect for free. So, nice, interesting story here. And it seems that the error arrived because in the warehouse where they had all these devices that would send everybody, it seems that that's where the future Xboxes One were all stored in, basically. That there just had been a mistake from, taking the wrong box, basically. Well, this is head of FBI Director James Corney, and he was saying yesterday that basically he puts a tape over his webcam and he advises everybody, and his friends, family, and pretty much everyone, you should do the same. So that's kind of interesting. I'd like to know the idea behind this. Is it just that, he thinks it's safer? Or is it because, as head of the FBI, he knows things that we don't? And that maybe if this guy says we should do it. So, up to you to think about that. I have a lot of clients that actually do it. I've never done it myself. I consider that if you are safe, no viruses, no problem, there shouldn't be really an issue with that. But, when the head of the FBI says you should, who knows, maybe we should. Interesting story out of the University of California. They are working on some device. And while actually creating that device and working on it, they noticed, hey, we're creating also a battery. So accidentally, they noticed that their device could keep a charge and that it could be recharged and reused. And they started looking at it and saying, well, you know what? If we're about to work on this device, maybe we should also work on the battery side of it that could, of course, have the possibility of basically being something big. And while they were actually using it and recharging it, they noticed that it actually is amazing because not only does it hold a lot of charge, but also it can be recharged several hundred times, 100,000 times. And typically our batteries, when they're recharged a few hundred times, already they've lost a lot of energy, and the recharges are not as good. There's not as much power, and so on. So this battery, what they say is in their tests, even after 100,000 charges, it's still like new. So that is a very interesting issue. The efficiency of the recharge seems to be really good. Now they say that it is interesting, but don't think that this is going to be in the market near you soon, as the time that it will take to actually make a working prototype and then a working battery for consumers is a long way off. But that adds, to another story that I read in August where they were saying that starting in 2017, it seems that a lot of our devices that we will buy will have a new type of battery that apparently will have twice the power of actual lithium-ion batteries. So that's pretty interesting, and it's nice to see that there's advancements in the battery side. So cool to see that. Something that, it's an area where I find it really, really interesting. Well, New York City had a interesting idea. Why not put kiosks everywhere with internet on it for free? And of course, when you think about it, it's true. The idea behind this is kind of good. And so these kiosks had many things. You could surf the internet, recharge your phone, a lot of things. But the problem that arises is that people started complaining that some people were using it to watch porn, and that there were even some cases of people seeing some other people masturbating in front of the kiosks. So basically, uh, what I find funny here is because now New York City says, well, okay, we're going to take him out because we can't leave the kiosks there. Didn't somebody think this through? That if you're about to put 100 or 200 free internet spots around town, that maybe there should be restrictions on the content that you can see. Don't you think that somebody somewhere will just pop up a porn site on one of these? I don't know. It shows you that, sometimes ideas are there, the intent is there, but man, they just don't take the time to think it through. So they're removing the kiosks, unfortunately, instead of, maybe just turning them off for now and putting it back on with restrictions. I think that would be a better idea. There's a new insider preview of Windows 10 released yesterday. Insider preview build 14926 was released yesterday, September 14th. So if you're in the fast ring, check it out. A few new features, not a lot, but mostly, once again, bug fixes and, of course, some issues and some preparation for the big features of Redstone 2 eventually. So if you're in the fast ring, check it out. You should have it available. If you're not sure, or if you just want to know what it's all about, just check my online videos. I've got a video posted of this insider preview and my own little personal observations. Last week, Google said that its Google Chrome browser is much better than it was before on battery usage and devices. So Microsoft is at it again this week saying, well, you know what? Since the anniversary update, Microsoft Edge is even better on saving battery in mobile devices. So apparently, in some of the tests that they did, Microsoft Edge is even more interesting for saving your batteries on mobile devices than it was before the anniversary update. One last thing that I would add to this is, yeah, it's cool, but don't you think, guys, that you should fix it a little more? Because it's not bad, but it needs to be fixed a little more. Well, an interesting story about, we had a few news items about the Democratic Committee that was hacked by Russia, and all sorts of information leaked on everybody, including Hillary Clinton. Well, it seems that this week the Republican Committee was hacked also. I don't know, but first of all, the fact that they are being hacked shows that they don't take care of security and they don't take care of a lot of things. But mostly, you know what? It kind of flaws the election a little bit, and I don't know. There's something not right about the elections. Not just the candidates. The more we see it, the more we realize that both candidates are almost idiots. And basically, what we see here is that with what's happening in the hacking and everything, it just shows that there's a huge, huge problem, I think, in the United States elections, the way that it's done. So we'll see in the next few days if some stuff about Trump and the Republican Party will be, of course, released to the press. And finally, if you are using Google for work, Gmail for work, and all the apps for work from Google, you might have noticed yesterday that it was offline. It didn't work. There was a huge outage for everybody using the work services of Google. So that does not affect regular users. If you're a Gmail user, regular Gmail user, everything was okay. It was only for people that use Google for work that had the issues yesterday. So apparently it took about 12 hours before it came back online, and Google is saying that everybody and everything should be okay today. So if you had an issue yesterday, should be back online today. So this was the Tech News Update for Thursday, September 15th, 2016. You enjoy our videos? Why not subscribe to our channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. And hopefully you enjoy our videos. Thank you for watching.